This is the Nutr Machine, and today we're gonna see if it's worth the money. Now I know what you're thinking, you could probably just make almond milk inside a blender, but does using the Nutr Machine make it more convenient and easier to do? Is it worth the price tag? Well, I don't really know, but let's find out together. I can't lie to you, I was super excited when I saw my Nutr Machine outside. Being somebody who drinks almond milk all the time and can't tolerate dairy milk because it makes me break out, this was a blessing and a highlight of my day. So as I got the Nutr Machine, I opened up the packaging and the first thing I saw was this packet. And inside the packet are a set of instructions on how to use the Nutr Machine and how to make a basic nut milk recipe. There's also some other recipes in there that you can check out. Next up is the cleaner brush. So this brush right here, I actually didn't wind up using this because the machine is so easy to clean. I'll explain more on that later. Here we have the strainer. So as you use your nut milk machine, you're gonna notice that there's some particulate at the bottom. This right here just helps filter some of that out. Nice and clean stainless steel finish. Here we have the tablespoons. So there's a 2 tablespoon and a 1 tablespoon that they give you with your Nutr Machine, which is nice. And last but not least, we have the Nutr Machine itself. I ordered the black colorway, and you can see that it's very aesthetic, very sleek and nice looking there. One thing I should mention about the Nutr Machine is that it ships for free right now. So if you go to their website, they'll send it to you and you don't have to pay any extra. Another thing is that I kind of got FOMO for not getting a set of containers or something to store my almonds and my almond milk in. What I want to do is I want to make some batches and I want to save them for later. So having that stuff is actually pretty convenient. Another cool thing about Nutr is that they care about sustainability and the environment. They send all this packaging and it's biodegradable and recyclable. Another thing is they plant a tree for every single Nutr Machine sold, whether that's in North America, Latin America, Asia, Europe, or Africa, they do it. If at any time you decide you want to get a Nutr Machine, click the link in the description below. That'll get you a discount. Talk a little bit about how the Nutr Machine works. You're gonna pop your lid off and then you'll see at the bottom there's a set of blades, almost like a blender. You're gonna dump your almonds onto those blades and then you're gonna add 1.5 to 2 cups of water. Finally, you're gonna sprinkle a little bit of salt in there, and this is optional, but you can add a sweetener. Me personally, I use an organic infused Madagascar vanilla maple syrup. This is nice and easy to add and it gives it nice taste. After you do that, you're gonna pop your lid back on to the lock position and you're gonna plug it into an outlet. Once it's plugged in, you can choose from a different set of settings. The first setting that I chose was the room temperature one. It'll run the machine and you'll notice that it'll blend for about 30 seconds and then it'll take a break. The reason why it takes breaks is because it's trying to prevent the machine from overheating. After your almond milk or your nut milk is blended up, you're ready to pour it into your cup. Now, this is optional as well, but you can put a fine strainer inside a glass and you can pour the almond milk on top of that fine strainer to filter out the particulate, which I would recommend doing. You'll notice that the fine screen sort of gets stuck with the pulp and you have to move it around with a spoon to get it to filter faster. Another thing you can do is you can press on it so it'll push out all of the liquid. After that's done, you've got your almond milk ready to go, ready to drink. As far as the capacity goes, when you're using this to make almond milk, you can only make about 1.5 to 2 cups at a time. If you're wondering how long your almond milk will last, well, the answer is 3 days. But there is a way to make it last up to 2 weeks and it involves a process called blanching. What you can do is you can boil your almonds inside the Nutr Machine and then peel the skin off of them. Once the skin's peeled off of them, you just let them soak in the fridge overnight and then you make your almond milk the next day and they'll last much longer. If you want to shortcut yourself and not peel the skin off of the almonds, you can already buy almonds that have the skin removed and that'll take out a step in the process. Cleaning the Nutr Machine was an absolute breeze and it starts with the fine strainer. You're gonna take that and you're just gonna run it under some water and then you can even hit it with the water sprayer. If you want to take your brush and scrape it out, you can do that as well. I felt like I didn't need to because there wasn't a lot of particulate stuck to the walls. Next up, you just take your Nutr Machine, you add a little bit of soap into the top and a little bit of water. You close it up and then you click on the self-clean feature. After it's done, you pour it out, you rinse it, and you're good to go. All in all, took under 3 minutes for me to clean. As far as taste goes, this is pretty cool because you get to control all the aspects of this almond milk. Whereas with store-bought almond milk, it's pretty watered down and what you see is what you get. Also, store-bought almond milk has preservatives, sugars, gums, all kinds of things that your almond milk won't have. Me personally, I put all organic almonds, I put all organic maple syrup, and then I was able to control how much or how little water that I wanted to put in this thing. Overall, when I tried it, my initial impressions were that it was good, and I gave it an 8 out of 10. Here's some things that I liked about the Nutr Machine. It saves you money over time. So if you buy in bulk your almonds, you'll notice that it's cheaper than buying store-bought almond milk. And it's healthier. So you don't have any sugars, you don't have any gums, and you don't have any added preservatives. Another thing about the Nutr Machine is that it's portable. You can move it around and take it with you pretty easily, and it looks great on a countertop. When it comes to simplicity of the Nutr Machine, you can't beat it. Like, it's only 2 parts, whereas if you compare it to a blender, they're big, they're bulky, they have multiple different pieces, and I'd say when you wash them by hand, they're harder to clean than the Nutr Machine. You can't put the Nutr Machine in the dishwasher, but with the self-clean feature, it's pretty quick, like I mentioned. Another thing is that you can make multiple different nut milks inside the Nutr Machine. You're not limited to just almonds. There's also soy, macadamia, and more. Last but not least, the final pro is that it's versatile. Like, you can boil water in this thing like it's a kettle. You can also heat up and warm liquids, which I think is pretty cool. But it's not all rainbows and sunshine. We gotta talk about some of the cons here. So while there are these cons, I'd say they're very minor and they're not deal breakers by any means. So the first one is the cord. The cord, I felt like it wasn't long enough. So as you plug it in on your countertop, you notice you're kind of limited with the space that you can move the machine. Another con was that the filter screen or the pulp screen was fine and it did a good job of filtering out the crushed almonds, but it got clogged a lot. And it's not a deal breaker. One of the things you can do to speed it up or to unclog it is just slosh it around with your spoon and then press up against it to push all the liquid out. The final con to the Nutr Machine is that you can't make big batches of nut milk with this thing. You're only limited to about 1.5 to 2 cups per go. Now, that's not a deal breaker because what you can do is you can continuously run the machine, but you can only do it up to 2 times in 1 hour. Then it needs sort of like a cool off period so that you don't overheat it. And for the final verdict, would I buy this machine again? Knowing everything that I know now, I would say yes. And the reason being is because if you're somebody who loves almond milk or drinks a lot of nut milks, this is gonna save you money over time when you pair it with something like Amazon Prime or Instacart and you order your stuff in bulk. Not to mention, it's very simple, very easy to use, and it's healthier than store-bought almond milk. So if you're looking to try the Nutr Machine, I've got a link in the description below. Go ahead and click that and you'll get a discount. It'll help me keep my lights on, a win-win for everybody. And I forgot to mention, we're giving away 1 free Nutr Machine, and all you have to do is this: like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below with the hashtag that we hid throughout the vid, and that enters you in for a chance to win a free machine. That's it for this one, and I'll see you guys in the next one.